Hello, I'm Jake Green, Head of Technical Engagement here at the Scolmore Group. Now, some of you may know us for our wiring accessories. You think of Mode, Definity, Define, and the Deco ranges. But we are a complete group of companies. So we've got the Avaya range, who look after the lighting. We've got Unicrimp, the Qnet IP box, which is a brand new product. We've also got Fort, which is a smart security system from ESP. And how could we forget the Aquip IP66 range? And in today's video, we're going to be showing you how we can provide you with solutions with the whole group and talk through some of the features and benefits of the products. So we're going to get started. We've already got the conduit clips on the wall, so the saddles. First of all, we're going to be fitting the Aquip IP66. So it's IP66 rated. We've got a nice rubber gasket in here to try and keep out any water that may find its way in. I've already taken the time to put our glands in the bottom here, so one for the conduit and one that's going to be taking out incoming wiring. Some of the features on here, you've got its IP66, as we mentioned, the gasket, and then we've also got the UV protection. So if there's any, or if it's put in direct sunlight, it's not going to degrade over time. It's also high impact resistant. It's also got multiple knockouts on it. So we can see here we've got some 20mm ones on the sides, the back and the top and bottom entries as well, amongst a lot of other features that we're going to see as well. So let's get this on the wall and see how it's fitted. It has got 4 points here where you need to fix 2. I've only got 2 in there at the moment. I'm going to put the other 2 in shortly, but it's very important that actually you get all 4 in. If you've got a flat surface, what's going to happen is that you're going to get it flat to the wall as possible. However, if you're trying to just put 2 in, you'll probably find that actually the box will distort a little bit. So we strongly recommend that you actually put all 4 fixings in to keep it nice and flat to the wall. So we've got it fixed to the wall now. We've got all 4 fixings on. We've also got the seal that sits actually where the switch goes over on the front here. Again, maintaining that IP66 seal. Now, just to reiterate the point, actually behind the rocker cover here, there's a membrane keeping and maintaining that IP66 rating. So I'm just going to pop that back on there. Now, if we flip it over to the back, we can see that we've got the mini grid modules. So these are interchangeable. Lots of people know that they're interchangeable. It also comes in a Grid Pro range should you need to go to a 20 amp. So again, you can nicely and simply, quickly switch those out for anything that fits in the mini grid range. So you've got a fuse port here, or you've got emergency test switch should you choose to do so. It comes in different ones, intermediate switches, etc., etc. So the whole mini grid range does fit directly into the back of here. Now we've talked about the features of this. Let's get it wired up and see what we can talk about next. So I've stripped off the outer sheathing. I've got the Q-Nect connectors here. I'm going to start by connecting the neutrals. Now you can see that I've stripped off the ends. One of the things that we've seen and one of the things that we've noticed is actually how important the strip length is when it comes to this. We've seen a lot of people just trying to pull them out. Actually, you need to make sure that when you get right to the end of the terminal there, that's where you're clipping it down. So you can see in the back of the box here, you've got your earth terminals. Again, making it nice and easy to take all your cables to. You've got one at the bottom, one at the top. One of the other things I need to mention about the box, I know we've moved on a little bit, but there is a capacity here to drill a little hole in the back of it to ensure that if any water does get in there, then it does dissipate itself. We're suggesting that if you fit it correctly, there shouldn't be any water in the back of the box. So for this purpose, we're going to be using a bit of flex. We are using our Q-Crimp glands. Again, they go from 12mm up to 75mm. So for your bigger applications, if you need to use them, again, they come in a different range of colours. You've got white, grey, red and black. So we're using the black ones here. This is the feed in. Typically, you know, on an outdoor job, you would probably see that actually you would be using a brass gland. Again, something that is part of our range here at Q-Crimp. You can use that as well. And again, there's lots of different ranges. CW ones if you need them, again for your IP rating as well. So now when you're starting to push this back, make sure that all your seals are all the way around. You can see it nice and clear as day all the way around. Again, that's going to help maintain that IP rating. So at the moment, I'm just putting the 4 screws into the box, making sure that it's screwed back. It's quite a nice little feature having the screws behind the switches, because when people see it, they almost look at it and go, well, I don't really know how to get into it. So the screws are hidden behind the actual rocker switches as well, keeping that nice clean finish. Actually, on the screws as well, you can see there's a tiny little washer. Everything has been thought about when it comes to this product, and making sure that we maintain that there's no ingress of water or moisture inside the product itself. So you can see that's nice and in there. So there we are, there's one switch done. So that's the first part of the installation done. This is the IP, or has been the IP. We've got it all fixed on. You can see here the switches are on. Let's move on to something else on the install. So moving on to the next product then, we've got the Avaya Murus. This is the photo cell version, as you can see here. That's the tiny little photo cell. It does come in a standard version. I've taken the base off, but it does have a retaining cable there should you wish to fit this whilst you've got the base on the wall. We've got 3K, 4K, 6K, so it's a CTA variant. We've got nice piano keys in there. The most impressive thing about it is that it's IK10 rated as well. Now let's have a look at the base and see how it fits to the wall. So one of the features that we've incorporated into the Murus is that it's actually beesbox mountable. I'll show you the back of the base plate in a moment, but actually you can sit this directly onto a beesbox should you wish to do so. We've got side entrance for conduits to go in either side, so if you want to carry on wiring through, then it's perfect to do so. So we can see here we've taken our side knockouts out. That runs all the way through the middle and can come out the other side here. This is where your beesbox sits. And if you turn it around, you can see you've got your mounting points. We've already drilled through because that's where we're going to be bringing our cable in. So, last screw going into the fitting. It's quite handy because you've got only 3 mounting points there, keep it nice and secure. You can see the cable coming through the back here. Let's get it connected up and then back to the wall. I did mention that we've got this little tag here. It does go on straight onto this little point here. I'm just holding it just to show you and give the camera a good view of how these connections go in. So pop that in there. Press down the piano key. Ensuring that, give them that little pull test to make sure that they're ready to go in there. So, as you can see, nice looking fitting on the wall. This is a Murus wall pack with a photo cell. I think we could all agree this is a beautiful fit. So moving on with the installation then, we're moving on to the new Q-Nect IP box. Fantastic looking, nice finish to it. Again, similar to what we see with the Aquip type of finish. We've got the quarter turn fastenings. We've got lots of different options when it comes to the knockouts on it. You can see that I've already put this gland in here prior to making this video, just for the installation part, making it nice and easy and quick. It's also got the cradle on there, so you can see we've got the standard 4 options if you want to use them for your fixing points, or we can take out this clip here, and again you can have it on there so you can just nice and easy clip it straight to the wall. When it comes to actually inside, we can see that we've got the membranes in there, so again when we're putting these glands in, we can just simply fasten them in and it'll pop the membrane out, make it nice and quick, so you don't really have to drill it. You know, there are different options in the size wise, but again, like I say, if you're just fitting in glands into it, nice and simple, just screw them in. So use a spanner, tighten it up, making sure that the seal on the gland is there as well, and then you're good to go. So one of the little features is this little cradle. Now that sits in the middle of the IP box and it can house 4 connectors, which feature in the Q-Nect range, and there's 3 port ones there that can sit in there. It can also twist 360 degrees, so if you're coming in this angle, maybe more beneficial to come in like this, or if you was coming in at the side here, you could turn it and then wire your cable straight in from there. So let's get this fitted on the wall and get some cables in there and see how it looks. So typically you'd use these 4 outside points here. However, the Qnet IP box comes with a cradle or a bracket that you can mount to the wall should you wish to do so. So mount that first and then you can pop your box on and then it will go on just like that. So you've got your 4 fixing points, make sure that they're all in. Hopefully it'll be nice and sturdy against your wall. Now many of the LED fittings that we see, whether it's like a floodlight or of any description, they come pre-wired. So we're going to use the cradle that comes with the IP box to connect our cable in here, and then we're going to go out to our floodlight that sits here. So in this cradle we can see we've got little tabs that sit there, so quite quickly we can pull them tabs back and pick them connectors out. So you don't have to use this to start with. Put all your cables and connections into there, and then all afterwards just pop them in nice and easy on this simple cradle. Last feature of this as well is that you can have the lid any other way which you want. We like it this way. Just to note as well, if you don't like the grey, you can also get it in black as well. So it comes in a black. Let's get this tightened up. Turn them screws in. You can hear that nice snap, knowing that you've got that secure seal around the edges. Job's a good one. So, we're coming to the end of the installation. We've got one more product to fit. We started off with the Aquip 66. We moved on to the Avaya Murus, again, which is IP rated, and we've spoken about the features and benefits of that one. And we've also done the Qnet IP box, which is brand new, as you can see. Now, the last product that we're going to be fitting is the Fort security camera. So, if you've ever had a situation where you hear a noise outside and you go, wonder what that noise was. Well, this is the product for you, okay? So we've got a security camera that has light inbuilt, it has a siren inbuilt into it as well. It also has an SD card, so you can record the imagery that is being seen on there. No subscriptions needed for that though, so that's a great benefit of that. This is all housed on the ClickSmart Plus app, again, which is completely free for you to download, go on as well and view this product. So it's IP65. It comes with a 1080p camera that sits in there, which is a wide angle. It also features motion detection, so if somebody was out there at night time and it did detect motion, then you could see it straight away. So you get a notification to your phone and you could be able to go on there and view it as well. So great product. Let's get this on the wall and have a look what it looks like live. So again, nice little nip up. We've got 2 screws there. Make sure you fix. You've got a nice core grip to make sure that if there's no cables being pulled from anywhere, and you've got a nice terminal block in here. So we'll get it connected up, and then we'll get the face situated on it. It does come with a single point mount in there, so we'll show you that as well in a minute. So we can see in the middle there, that's the center point screw. Screw that in, that's going to hold the fitting in place. You can have the lenses however you see fit. You can turn them completely opposite against each other, or you can line them up directly. The other cool feature is that you can actually move this camera. So say you were down the side of a house in a bit of a tight spot, you could angle the camera and the lens that way so that you could see, and vice versa. If you're going down that way, you've got a complete rotation as well, which is a cool feature just to get you out of a tight spot. I've been in so many situations where someone said, can you just put this light fitting down the side? And all of a sudden you're searching for one. Again, nice little feature there. So everything's now on, or on the wall, should we say. It's time to fire it up and let's have a look how these fittings look when they're on. So we've got the photocell there, which we need to deal with, and we've also got the light here with the motion detection, all controlled by these two switches here. So there we have it. That's all of the products on the wall. We've got the Aquip 66. We've got the Q-Nect IP box, which is brand new. We've got the Murus here, the wall pack, which is an IP66 as well. And we also have the Fort security light, which is an IP65. Just to confirm that it's working, there we go. We can see that the light is on. Don't forget that it will go through a test sequence first. Then you'll have to pair it to the app to ensure that you have the full capabilities that we've already mentioned. Thank you for joining us here on SGTV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the content with anybody that you see fit, and we'll catch you on the next one.